What are friends for? And also us.
We're friends?
Like I said, what are we for?
Acquaintances?
I've heard of you.
Coworkers? I know your name.
Coworkers is a very good way of putting it.
I know your name.
Where everybody knows your name.
You're not a complete stranger.
Don't. And they're always glad you came on them.
In their pants. Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martelle, and with me always is Randy. What up, Randy?
I just want to be where the people be. And everything's always the same. I want to go where everybody knows my name.
You live in Circleville, so...
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it is kind of a
tiny
community. All right. So, you know...
We just recorded a good show, and now I don't know what we're doing.
And we'll
get into... Oh, we're going to get into it.
We're going...
Oh!
Dive deep.
We're going deep in your ear holes.
Deep.
We are going to put it so deep in your ear holes.
Like 12 inches.
Crank 12 inches. How many times are we going? 12?
Maybe.
1 inch at a time.
Maybe. So last week I mentioned Thundercats episode 1. And
well, you said last week, so now we have to play this one the following week.
Yeah, which is fine.
All right, that's fine.
So,
oh, my back's hurting.
But I just finished watching Ted Lasso, which is an amazing show on Apple TV if you haven't seen it. I highly recommend watching it. It's hilarious. They're in season 2. But I watched episode 1 of season 1 of Thundercats from the 1980s.
The OG.
Like the original Thundercats. You can't
and we've
get
talked
better.
about Snarf on here before.
We have. And something occurred to me while watching the show.
You got aroused.
No.
Oh.
Well, maybe. Chitara is not wearing any clothes in that show.
I thought Snarf aroused you.
No. Chitara is not wearing clothes, and then all of a sudden,
I don't remember what
Jaga says something along the lines of, on Thundera, you did not have to wear clothes, but wherever we go, you're going to need clothing, and then provides them with clothing. So, two things. One, Chitara has 0 nipples.
Okay.
But she looks like a Barbie doll with like the hip joint placement and everything else as she's walking around in the show.
Okay.
Until she gets clothes on. 2, when they go into the cryogenic freeze, Lion-O's muscles, he doesn't atrophy. Like none of them atrophy. He actually goes from a child to becoming an adult and is well defined.
He's muscular.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Chiseled.
Muscles would atrophy over that long period of time. I mean, it had to at least been 10 years. A 10-year period that he was in cryogenic freeze while they're traveling through space. What type of lifting did he do while he was sleeping?
Did he even lift, bro?
I mean, did he even
cryo?
Did he cryo?
So I was trying to Google Chitara to remember. I mean, I vaguely remembered what she looked like.
Yeah.
And the first thing that came up was a Thundercats
porno.
Maybe. Woman-sized Chitara retro Halloween costume.
No, we don't need that.
No. I think you need that for a Halloween costume WOD at the gym.
Oh, I would wear that.
That would be amazing.
I'm just saying for this conversation.
Show up as Chitara.
Like, who are you? Chitara. I can run really fast. Watch me run. I got new shoes.
Which Chitara was known
How fast
for.
do your new shoes make you run? Chitara fast.
Yeah, it makes no sense how.
So it is totally like superhero logic that he would just get bigger and stronger and be able to move like a cat in the episode. It was one of those things that I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, what the fuck?
So this Cult Corner. What? Wait, why are those Thundercats naked? Find out why. It's the article I pulled up. So is that what they looked like in episode 1?
Absolutely.
So
she literally has no nipples and she's naked.
She's naked as a cheetah person Which cheetahs don't have breastises necessarily.
No, but
Not
all cats have nipples, and can you milk me, Fokker?
At least, yeah, but they usually have multiple nipples, so she has
she has human tits.
What if she had nipples on her human breastises and then other nipples down her ass?
I would be fine because that's a cat.
But why is she wearing a belt? And why is there a fur/skin color line like she's wearing underwear too?
That's what I said.
No
It's
sense.
like a Barbie that has the hingeable hips.
Makes no sense at all.
It makes zero sense. That's what I was watching.
Oh, there's a Giphy GIF.
Yeah. She's not wearing anything, but she has a belt on.
She has a belt.
It's
And
like she's wearing a unitard.
Like bikini bottoms.
It looks like she's wearing a unitard with a belt on it because there's a line at the hip. If she was naked, there shouldn't be a line at the hip at all, even with the belt on.
There's no lines anywhere else but the hips.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's like bikini bottoms, but it's not bikini bottoms.
But she should also have nips.
She should, you're right.
There should be like a total like Janet Jackson nip slip here
So
going
should
on.
Lion-O. He also has the same.
They all do.
There they are.
They all do. Yeah, they all have the same thing until Jaga gives them clothes.
That's really weird.
It's really fucking weird. It is totally 1980s logic of this is how we're going to show naked cartoons.
I don't get it. There she is getting her.
Yeah,
outfit.
she gets her outfit. Yeah, and then boom, all of a sudden, she's still got boobs, but now she's in a unitard.
She's in a bathing suit.
Yeah, with a staff. She got a bow staff.
Did she give you a bow staff?
I wish. I wish she came right out of the TV and gave me a bow staff.
It's like The Ring, but not as creepy.
Played with my bow staff. Actually, a cartoon coming out of the TV would be more creepier than a demonic child coming out of the TV.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Are you sure? Because
no, I'm not sure. Actually, I've never really considered it.
Look up like you ever watch Futurama?
Yeah.
Okay. Look up a real life version of Zoidberg.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, so
I'm going to Google. It's been a while, so I'm going to Google it.
It's been a while. Again. But so you see Zoidberg, who is basically a fucking lobster, and then you see the real life version of what's an artist rendition of him, and you were like, "Oh shit!" If that came out of the TV,
I was thinking of the cartoon coming out in the same vein that it was on TV, though. I wasn't picturing it coming out and taking on different features.
Well, it would have to be more realistic. It couldn't just be a cartoon.
Why?
That's weird. It has to be like you went.
We're talking about things coming out of TV and coming to life.
You went from 2D to 3D. It's there are changes going to have to. Ugh.
No, 2D. That way you turn the fan on, they blow away.
Jesus Christ! Well, that picture you just showed me of Zoidberg.
That was I haven't seen that one yet.
That makes me want to vomit.
There's a lot of people. That's probably the one you were thinking of.
No.
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 I mean, I've got several here.
Let me see if I can find it. Zoidberg in real life. Berg in real life. Because he is, I mean, even as the show, he is disgusting. Right here. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Boom.
Oh, you can make it bigger.
I know.
Oh, yeah, I got that one too.
That is creepy as fuck.
Yeah. That looks like Davy Jones on Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's more... That's uglier. That's definitely uglier than that.
When I reference the movie, I say Pirates of the Caribbean.
They're coming out with another one, by the way.
Are they?
Yeah.
Good. I love them.
I think
but when
they're
I
really
reference
well done.
the Caribbean, I say Caribbean
instead of Caribbean.
Yeah, I say Pirates of the Caribbean, but then I always say Caribbean.
I like to go down to the Caribbean. It's always Caribbean with me.
Yeah, but do you say Pirates of the Caribbean?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, you're weird.
What should it be?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's Caribbean.
It was just an observation. I don't know.
Would you like to get yourself one of these?
Yeah, I would.
Hold on. Let me pull this up.
If you dial now, you'll get your first 5 minutes for free.
It's a Zoidberg mask. It is just the tentacles.
I kind of would.
It is just the tentacles.
If I'm going to COVID, I'm going to COVID right. Put some tentacles on my face. 4 big, long, hairy tentacles.
You said COVID, and this did make me think of COVID. Looking at this picture, this looks like he has udders on his face. So he's got cow tits.
1 udder. 4 knee blades.
An udder. What if we walked around in the old school, like, plague doctor masks? Like the beaks? That
Saw people that did that.
Are you shitting me?
No.
What kind of fucking weirdos are they? Never mind.
We should do this. People have done it. What weirdos?
I know, right?
What idiots?
We ain't doing that shit. That's stupid. You dumb.
Bunch of idiots. Bunch of morons.
You dumb.
Bunch of stupids.
All right. Anyway, so let's see.
You know, I just thought of how Lion-O got all those muscles when he was in his cryo chamber.
Jerking off?
CrossFit.
I don't think that's how it works.
He did Kipsing pull-ups.
I don't think that's how it works.
In his cryo chamber.
I don't think that's how it works. So next weekend, or no, this weekend, I'm sorry. This weekend is the Lancaster Beer Fest.
Which was a week or two ago as you're listening to this.
No, it's not. It is literally this weekend as you're listening to it. This will come out on the 17th.
But it would be...
This comes on the 17th, and the Beer Fest is on the 21st.
Oh, this week. On the 21st. Go ahead.
Lancaster Beer Fest this week. Do you want to go?
Yeah.
It's like $50 or $60.
Okay.
Are you going to complain about the heat?
Yeah.
Are you going to complain about drinking beer you don't like?
Maybe. Depends.
All right. Sounds like we'll have a good show for the next show.
The next show, yeah.
Yeah. Because then you'll be just like, I fucking hate beer, and you made me walk around 18 miles.
Okay, I'm not walking 18 miles.
You will walk 18 miles if we're outside walking 18 miles.
You will walk 18 miles.
You will shed 40 pounds in like a ladder in a matter of...
Like a Latter-day Saint.
Yeah, in a matter of 8 hours.
8 hours?
I'm not going down there for an hour and like skipping through all these breweries.
No,
I'm
not
drinking
saying that.
everything.
I'm saying at least like an hour and 10 minutes, probably.
No.
8
Got to stop
hours?
and talk. I'm going to know people.
Talk to who?
I'm going to know people.
Who do you know?
Everybody.
You don't like people.
Just because I don't like them doesn't mean I don't know them.
That's why we have a podcast for 3 years. Because you know me.
Right.
All right. I'm in.
All right. So
I'll put on my walking shoes.
So our next show
AKA my flip-flops.
Will be... We are not recording at the Beer Fest.
We should.
I'm not going to do that. That's so much shit that I got to carry.
It's not anything I have to carry.
Right. So we're not doing that.
So the 21st is Beer Fest.
So August 21st.
Put it on my calendar now.
Lancaster Beer Fest.
Lancaster Beer Fest.
That's what I said. Lancaster Beer Fest. I'm starting to pronounce it the way that these...
I'll say you got close there.
These fucking yahoos in the area pronounce it.
The right way?
The way. Just a way. It's a way at this point.
It's a way.
I mean, I've been called Martelli. My boss's boss calls me Martelli.
I mean...
I am waiting for him to call me that to my face.
What do they have against the French?
I mean, it's going to be it's kind of Martel. I mean, it's really pronounced Martel. But
well, yeah, now
who's keeping track?
But what about in the 1970s in French?
It was still Martel because we adopted and added on
an orphan,
the L and the E over the centuries because
so before it was,
apparently my family is a bunch of fucking thieves.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, isn't it?
Is that the... No, I was going to phrase this comment. Pump the brakes.
No, go for it.
Is that the 0.02% African you have in you?
Yes, it is.
Playfully racist.
So the original spelling is M-A-R-T-E-L.
Martel.
M-A-R-T-E-L.
Martel.
Martel.
Just like Bartle.
And then at some point in the 1800s, which
one of your ancestors,
which would be
sister,
the medieval times. No, fuck no.
The 1800s were not.
Hold on. You said one of my ancestors fucked his sister or his cousin, whichever it was. I missed it, but it doesn't matter because my family can't stand themselves.
That doesn't mean they couldn't stand themselves in the 1800s.
Yes, it does.
There's no else around on the farm.
We haven't been able to stand ourselves for like 30 years.
Let's go. Okay. 30 years ago is not the 1800s.
It's close enough.
It was the 1990s.
I mean, I can't stand my sister. I can't stand my sister.
That's a lie. You love your sister.
I know I do.
But let's go back to you saying back in the 1800s, which was medieval times.
You like that?
Like, medieval times, like the Civil War.
Yeah, it was the medieval times.
Yeah, that's when Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
We were fucking we were jousting.
You were what?
Jousting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're jousting with your sisters.
Dude, no. I didn't have sisters back then in the Civil War.
You didn't have you back then.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. My bad.
But my family can't stand themselves. So why would we don't really interact with each other.
That you know of.
That I
Back
know.
in the 1800s, I bet they did.
I bet they didn't. No.
I bet they like fish tacos of their sisters.
I'm sure they didn't even know what the hell a fish taco was.
Oh, I bet they
They
did.
weren't even flicking the bean.
There's a reason you're here. Oh, they were flicking the bean. You kidding me? Back then was when they were like, doctor,
Syphilis.
something's wrong with me. And he's
Bean,
like, here,
bean,
let me
bean.
give you an orgasm. They used to go to doctors who used sexual implements on them to give them an orgasm. They're like, there, you're cured.
Can I do that today?
Sure.
I don't want to go to like some BSDM dungeon. I just like
look it up. Back in the day,
men's gynecologist type thing.
They used to say that women had, what'd they call it? They said she was coming down with the fever or something.
Like a jerk off machine.
And she would go into a doctor to see him for her whatever, and it just turned out she was super horny.
With the
And
gigantic
her husband
nose.
was off like trying to not die and give him food and stuff. And he would use different
The nose?
phallic shaped stones and stuff and go to town.
Oh, can you imagine if they used wood? The splinters.
You got to sand it a lot. Use varnish.
They
Use
didn't
some
have varnish
beeswax.
back then.
Yeah, they did. Sure, they did.
No, they didn't.
I mean, you don't know that.
Beeswax wears off.
Eventually. Eventually. It's FDA approved.
Is it though? Because the COVID vaccine isn't even FDA approved. So how is beeswax FDA approved?
Because it's beeswax.
That doesn't mean anything.
It's food safe.
Oh, it's organic.
It is. Hashtag gluten free. Hashtag living my best life. Hashtag bespoke.
I'm going to eat me a beeswax.
Hashtag I'm going to eat you your sister's beeswax.
God, why?
I don't know. My mind works the way it does, and I never know why.
You know, mine does too, and that shit didn't come out of my mouth.
I don't have a sister, so it's not.
I know, but you could have been sucking on Kevin's cock.
I don't think that would ever happen.
You don't think it would happen,
It
but maybe in
hasn't yet.
another timeline.
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You're right. I mean, if I'm going to dish
Slobbing
it out,
knobs.
if I'm going to dish it out, I got to take it from my brother.
I guess.
Hi, Mom. How you doing?
We're getting started early today.
Yeah, this
All
is
right,
this is
so-
going to be an interesting conversation around the family dinner table.
Your bottle of Bade and Blow is completely sealed. There's no little tag to rip it open.
I guess we're going to have to use yours then.
Nope.
Nope, prison shank. Pulled it. Martell
This
reached
is
up.
my Kershaw.
Reached up in his
No,
prison
no.
purse.
That stays there for emergencies.
That's my
This is
backup
not an
plan.
emergency.
That's called Plan B.
Actually, I wonder if I'm supposed to pull the key.
Ooh, I don't know. I've
Yeah,
never had. You dummy. I've never had
Look how easy that
Bade
came
and Blow.
off.
I mean, I believe I've tried Bade and Blow. I've never had a bottle of it.
It didn't even pop. So they don't even do. They don't do a wax seal, but they loop the key around the cork, like so.
Gotcha. So you pull the
y'all
key.
can't see this, but I'm showing Randy. They loop the key around the cork and then shove the cork into the bottle, and then it gets sealed that way,
And then when you pull in the key,
which is a shitty way to seal a bottle.
it's kitschy.
It's not even kitschy.
No, it's
It
kitschy.
lets air in.
You don't know that.
I do, because the air is going to go right through the string that this holding the key on.
Nah, it's fine.
Well, today it is. Do you
Gonna
want to
have to
go neat or on the rocks first?
Neat first. Although our On the Rocks is melting rapidly. We're about to lose it. But we haven't reviewed this, have we?
I think we have, because Mr. McLaren did give us
Oh, I think you're right. Give us a
some
sample.
samples. But this is going to be an official because we have a bottle now.
Right, and it's different that way.
Ooh.
It smells really good.
Smells like skunk weed.
I don't know what skunk
I'm just
smells
kidding.
like.
It smells...
It smells like a good whiskey.
It smells really good. And we've already had it. I already know this is going to be fantastic. So, because I've already had it.
That's why as soon as we saw it, you grabbed a bottle. And I was like, well, I might as
Yeah.
well.
Yep. I wanted the Henry McKinnon, but I got this instead. And I'm fine with it.
Yeah. And it was $50. What do you think?
It's good. It is. It's got some power at the end of it, though. Not that I remember last time. Like it's got a hit on it that.
It didn't hit me.
Really?
It's got some viscosity to it. It's a little thicker tasting.
The mouthfeel is very, very much oily.
Now it's burning in the chest.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it in the chest now.
That's what I'm talking about. So, Blade and Bow, not Bade and Blow, is 45.5%, 91 proof.
Not real high octane then.
It's not super high. Let's see. There's like on every so the Jesus Christ, the bottle has a weird body shape to it.
Yeah, it's like a hexagon, octagon kind of.
It's a sextagon. It's 6 sides.
Yeah, it is.
Is that right? Is it sextagon?
Yeah, you're right. Well, it looks like a square body, except the sides of it come to a point too.
They do.
Because the front and back are kind of like they're not equal sides.
No, they're not equal sides. The sides of the bottle are equal sides, and the front and back are equal sides.
Correct.
But it's sextagon. It's 6-sided.
Right.
So like looking at it, it's like, oh, matured using rigorous blah 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 aging methods, and then aged in charred American oak barrels. And, oh, the 5 keys of the blade and bow once hung in the front door of the iconic Stetzel Weller. Crafted with carefully selected straight bourbon whiskey and inspired by the historic Stetzel Weller distillery in 1935. And then you're back to the front of the bottle again. I kind of like this bottle better than Blanton's.
It's a cool bottle.
It is a very cool bottle.
And instead of a horsey cork, you get a key.
You do get a key.
Which I told Harley. You told Harley it goes to nothing. And then when you walked away, I went, it goes to a hidden treasure. And her eyes lit up, dude. She's like gunning for that key you have.
Well, I wonder if there's a gimmick with the key like there is with the horsies.
What if there really was a hidden treasure that all the keys open, just everybody just assumed it was like a...
That'd be awesome. That would be super awesome, especially if I found it. Because then our podcast would still be underfunded.
But...
I wouldn't live here
You
anymore.
could retire.
So, no, I was looking...
if you don't live here, that means we don't podcast anymore.
We have Zoom.
That's true.
I hate Zoom, but maybe. So I was looking at the key, and there's actually a number 3 on it.
Oh, so maybe there's different numbers?
Maybe.
I'm going to Google it.
But it's just a jewelry costume. Like
costume, yes.
Costume. Key. There's nothing special to it. It's...
I started Googling Bade and Blow.
Yeah, you did. It's an antique-looking key, but there is a 3 on the head of the key. Not the head, I'm going to call it the tines. I don't know what to call it. Teeth. The teeth of the key. There's a 3 on it.
So there's a 5 keys club.
Okay.
So it is kind of a Blanton's.
deal.
Yeah.
What's the 5 keys club?
I got to put in my birthday. Hold on.
Oh. You have to verify that you're over the age of 21.
Yeah, I'm not even putting in the right birthday. Year. Scroll down.
January 1, whatever comes up.
June 12, 1969.
Works. I never changed the month or the day. I always change the year.
Just the year, yeah.
Yeah.
So, an invitation to the 5 Keys Club, it says on their website. The iconic 5 Keys symbol can still be found adorning the renowned Stetzel Weller distillery.
And it's right there. It's on the logo.
It is. These keys not only embody the 5 essential steps of crafting exceptional bourbon, but also, and importantly, symbolize the Southern traditions of racism.
Playfully racist. Alcohol.
Symbolize the Southern traditions of hospitality, warmth, and enjoying the finer things in life. Like living on a plantation.
Yeah.
In true Blade and Bow fashion, we would like to celebrate our closest friends and family with the creation of our 5 Keys Club. Creating a community of our most ardent fans. Please complete the form below to get exclusive. If you've collected all 5 keys found on our bottles, so you can.
Okay.
Please also include a photo of the keys so that we can thank you for your loyalty with a special commemoration at Stetzel Weller.
Stetzel Weller. Stetzel Weller.
It's an I.
Stetzel Weller.
Please note, if you experience technical difficulties upgrading your photo, blah, blah, blah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. So you get all 5. You can sign up for this either way, but if you show them a picture of all 5 keys, you get a special commemoration.
What, though?
That's all it says.
Like, do you get a single barrel bottle?
There's a star, an asterisk.
Of course.
That says we are now able to especially commemorate your loyalty in all 50 states. And then it says,
What does that mean?
In the following states, special restrictions regarding the removal of your commemoration piece apply, including Ohio.
Because Ohio is almost one of the worst.
Well,
when it comes
it's
to
Alabama, California, Connecticut, Georgia, Hawaii, Indiana, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, New Jersey, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, South Dakota, Texas, Utah, and Virginia.
You just named all of the states that have a liquor control board.
Yep.
Those are all liquor control states.
Special restrictions regarding the removal of your commemoration piece apply. I don't get that.
I don't either. But those are all the states you read are all the liquor control states. They're all the ones that have a board.
Freaking government.
All right, I'm ready to try this on the rocks with what little rocks I have left.
We're going to try this on the Pebble.
Yeah, pretty much. Drink it up.
I'm going to get rid of my little bit of water.
You have a bigger stone than I do in your glass.
Of course, I got bigger stones than you do.
I literally have a pebble.
I got a smaller stick, though.
Yeah, well, it's not about the size. It's about the motion of the ocean, right? Slap her and catch the first wave. No?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I'm with you. Sorry, I was trying to read more about the 5 keys crap.
Yeah, who cares? So, I liked it neat.
I just had another one neat. I'm going to drink some water and cleanse my palate.
I need to
I want to lick my skin and cleanse my palate.
sniff my arm.
Sniff my armpit. Smell that degree.
It smells much better with the little bit of ice that I have with the water.
I sniffed my arm. It smells like depression and regret. It does smell good on the Pebble, the ice Pebble.
It does. It actually tastes a lot better, too.
I usually like things on the rocks, as I've said many times. So
there's more of a caramel, not just a caramel taste, but almost a caramel viscosity to it. It became...
That's one of the smoothest, yet thick, I agree.
It does taste
very heavy.
Heavy. Yeah, thick.
But in a good way. That is smooth.
It's like taking a bottle of Hershey's caramel syrup and squirting it in your mouth.
And on your chest.
What's that going to do for you?
Oh, you just wait and see.
What's it going to do for you?
What's it going to do for you if I squirt it on my chest?
I'm going to run. Like Randy just took his shirt off. I'm out.
Oh, man.
And I'm in my own house.
I'm leaving.
I'm burning this place down. It's tainted.
Randy's taint has been on it. It's gone. No, I like this a lot on the Pebble.
I do too. And I have very little ice left in this, but I'm enjoying this a lot.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I like it.
It was only $50.
So the problem I had with this was I was always confusing it with Tin Cup. The bottle shape is almost the same.
Yeah, Tin Cup's a little taller and skinnier.
It is.
It is a sexagon, as I recall.
I think so. And I've heard horrible things about Tin Cup, like that it's not.
I thought you had it.
No,
Oh.
I've never had it, but
I've never got it because I thought you had it.
No. I've always heard that it's not good.
From who?
Everyone.
I don't trust everyone.
I trust the majority of everyone. When everyone says something is not good, I'm going to go with it's probably not good.
I don't, because like you like Rotten Tomatoes gives a movie a bad review and it's awesome. They give a movie a good review and it sucks. I don't trust everyone.
That's called trolling. That's what you do on a daily.
Well, that's true.
But when it
I
comes
need to find a way to get paid to troll.
When it comes to the whiskey community, if the
Like
majority,
Boko?
No, fuck those guys. I'm talking about as a whole. That's just a segment of Ohio.
As a-hole?
As a-holes. I'm talking about like Fred Minnick and the Bourbon Road guys and those assholes that are out in California and some of the dickheads that are in Minnesota. As a whole,
And the a-holes in
when they say
Hilliard.
Tin Cup is not good, I'm probably going to lean with it's not good.
I'd still try it.
I mean, I almost picked up a bottle the other day from Gahanna, Ohio. and I was hesitant because it's $55 a bottle.
Is it that much now?
That's how much the bottle was. Yeah, from that.
Jeez.
That. What the hell? Like Medallia?
I don't know.
But it was more expensive than Bade and Blow. And it was some distillery out of Gahanna. Gahanna is up near my office, my work office, and I'm like,
that you haven't been to in a year and a half.
Yeah, and I don't plan on going back to in the next year and a half at least. Even for a
yeah, I never bought it. I've had multiple chances. I mean, when I used to go to Grove, Tucky, it was always on the shelf, always.
I'm just like,
and I didn't buy it because I thought you'd already had it and said no.
No, but I look at it, I'm like, I don't know if this is something that I want to try.
I wonder if it's good with that zebra jizz mixer thing. Might be.
If it's even halfway decent, it can't be good with it because that is shit.
We proved that theory a couple episodes ago.
And we proved that theory that shit and shit equals good, but shit and good equals shit.
Two negatives make a positive. A positive negative makes a negative.
Make a super negative.
Yeah.
But a super negative and a negative make a positive?
Like an above average positive, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. Maybe.
And when we were in pit stop last week, there were two
AK today.
I'm going to call girls looking at Kentucky Gentleman, Kentucky Tavern, and Beam 8 Star.
Yeah, what was up with those two girls?
And they were contemplating actually buying a bottle.
Were those two the ones that got in the car with the handicap placard when we left? I thought so. They did not.
Did they look handicapped?
I'm not judging. But they had a handicap placard, and I'm going, is that Grandma's car? Because they looked like they were moving in better shape than me. Like I was like limping and waddling, and my back's hurting.
I'm judging.
But I mean, I don't know people's lives.
Bitches be tripping.
But they weren't, so I don't think they were handicapped.
No, they didn't trip at all.
They were walking fine.
Although they probably bought some pretty gross.
Yeah, I didn't see what they bought. Well, once I walked over past them to talk to you, they dipped, so I didn't see what they got.
They moved out of the aisle, but they were looking at Kentucky Tavern, Kentucky Gentleman, and Beam 8 Star.
No.
Because all three of them are right there at the pit stop, and I'm just like...
No.
I wanted to say something, but like the one... Like, I'm super judgmental about people and outerior.
No way!
The way they look on the outside.
I've known you for like 2 decades, and I've never noticed that about you.
Right? Because I'm just kind of an elitist prick, I guess. But the one she looked like she could have been handicapped.
You mean mentally? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Because physically she was not. And then the other one was kind of like, I pictured her more as like a
Steve.
A beer wench at Oktoberfest wearing lederhosen and pigtails.
So at this beer fest, will there be winches with lederhosen and pigtails?
God, I hope so.
I'm in.
I do. I hope so. I've never been to it.
I'm a sucker for some pigtails.
I'm a sucker for lederhosen.
I love wearing them.
I think.
They're so comfortable.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
But
if you're walking around like Ron Burgundy with an erection while trying beers.
I might walk around as Ron Burgundy with a gigantic dildo attached to my pants.
And your new shades.
Yeah.
Which are awesome.
The windshields?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I love them. Like, they're totally 80s.
Oh, they're full.
If you want to see that, check out my Instagram profile, @Martelle. It's there. It's open for everybody.
That's it. He's wide open for everybody to see.
Yeah, I am. Spreadies.
I haven't been to your Instagram. I haven't been on Instagram.
I only use Instagram at this point. I do not. Some stuff gets posted to Facebook if I forget to uncheck the box. But most it's just all Instagram. I do not like. I'm over Facebook. I don't even have the Facebook app on my phone anymore.
You're the second person in my newsfeed. Hey, there you are with your shades. I just liked your picture.
There we go. From 2 days ago or a day ago.
23 hours ago.
That's a day. I'm a day.
Amadeus.
Yeah,
Amadeus.
I'm a day.
Did you just get a notification from
I did.
me like your picture? So you check your watch.
Chieftain Dickhead.
That's
liked
me.
Your photo. Yeah, this morning it was the Jack Carr book and my coffee cup that says "Hate keeps me warm."
Yep, I'm liking all your pictures, so you get a bunch of notifications now.
No, I'm not getting them anymore.
Oh.
You sent the one. Until I clear it, I won't get any more.
Dang it.
But hate does keep me kind of warm.
It does. So does coffee.
Well, in my coffee cup, yeah. Actually, I need to, speaking of hate keeping me warm, I need to get out and shoot.
Okay, let's go do that.
I haven't been shooting in a while.
Let's shoot at your pool.
No.
Why?
Because
I want to splash water. It'll be fun.
you can jump in and splash water.
I could step in and splash water.
Whatever floats your boat in my pool.
Me floats my boat.
But no shooting into my pool.
Just once.
No.
What about 22?
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
Because I don't want bullets in my pool.
But then you get to dive for them. It's like when you were a kid, did you ever throw
There
pennies?
is no diving in my pool.
Did you throw pennies? No, not diving, which you could dive
know.
in your pool.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But
You throw pennies down, you dive down, you get them. It's a game.
It's a game. No.
Dive down and get the bullets, kids.
No.
We should get the kids out before we shoot into the pool.
No.
We could shoot from Harley's room.
You can fuck off.
I can do that too. But it would be really fun to shoot into the pool.
You can fuck off now.
Admit it. It'd be
No,
fun.
it would not be fun.
What if it was somebody else's pool?
No.
You would not shoot into a pool if somebody said, hey, shoot into the pool?
No.
Why?
Why would I?
Why would you not?
Why would I?
Because it would be fun.
Why?
Because you're shooting a gun?
I can shoot that into a hillside, and that's fun.
Yeah, but now you got a different target. Change things
what?
up.
5 feet to shoot into a pool?
YOLO. Yeah, splash.
No,
It's
stupid.
like in the movies.
I could shoot you and fall you into the pool.
Yeah, but would you want my dead, fat body in your pool?
I'd be like, he committed suicide.
You, he committed suicide. Guy shot himself right in the back.
Shot himself.
Shot himself in the butthole.
He shot himself right in the chest. It was weird. I told him not to do it, and he's like, I want to see what happens.
You die. That's what happens.
He did not think he was going to die. He was going to absorb the bullet.
That is false.
Absorb.
Like Harry Houdini?
No, he got punched in the stomach.
Yeah, he thought he was going to absorb it, though.
No. He was caught off guard. Harry Houdini was caught off guard.
He knew it was coming.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
No.
Pretty sure.
Nope.
You don't
Look it
know
up.
things.
Look it up.
Then I'll be Googling on my phone and get interested, and then I'll be reading it.
All right, I will look it up.
All right, you look it up.
Harry Houdini was punched in the stomach.
By an elephant.
Pretty close.
Those are the facts, Jack.
I don't know how to spell Houdini.
WHODEENEY.
What? WHO?
Who? It's HOUDINI.
I found it. I found it. What killed Harry Houdini? God, he had some great eyes. I mean, it's black and white, so... he died on Halloween, blah, blah, blah. Get out of here, history pop-up bullshit. From a ruptured appendix. His final performance, don't care about that. After doctor's orders, he carried blah, 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 blah. He brushed off the incident. Okay, so... Against Dr. Order, he continued travel to Montreal where he was lectured. He lectured. He offered this. He said some sore ankles were bothering him. He plopped down on the couch while a group chatted. At some point, a student named J. Gordon Whitehead arrived and asked Houdini if it was true that he could resist hard punches to his abdomen. A claim the magician had supposedly made in public, according to the witness Sam Smithvoltz. When Houdini said the rumors were true, Whitehead abruptly delivered 4 or 5 terribly forced, deliberate, well-directed blows to his stomach. So he did not know they were coming.
Okay, 4 or 5? After the first one, he knows it's coming.
Well, the first one could have been enough just to rupture his appendix.
Okay, but after 4 or 5, he knew it was coming.
Does
it say he didn't know it was coming, though?
Yeah.
The dude walked up and said, hey, is it true you can survive a punch?
And then he abruptly delivered 4 or 5 terribly forced, deliberate, well-directed blows to his stomach. Houdini was still reclined in the couch and had no time to prepare for the punches, which appeared to leave him in considerate pain.
Fair enough. To be honest, I thought it was a cannonball to the gut. He was trying to do a trick, so I was way off anyway.
I don't think Houdini ever took a cannonball to his stomach. That was another guy.
Potato, tomato. They're all dumb.
Kinda, but yeah, so Houdini died because someone literally punched him in the stomach.
Punched his guts out.
just beat the shit out of him abruptly.
Literally. He crapped his pants.
He may have, actually.
They fell right out of his prison purse. That is unfortunate. That you know what? That's a really bad way to end a party. Just somebody getting punched in the guts till they crap themselves and die.
I tried to do that to somebody.
Kill him?
No, I actually tried to run his head into a steel door.
Oh. That's almost the same thing.
It's kind of really close. He also tried to choke me, so it was...
I mean...
It's a story for a time right now. Not another time. So I was at a party, and a friend of mine, and I treat all of my friends like family. So, like, if they have a sister, their sister's family. Like, I treat all of my friends like family. I won't put up with any bullshit. So I was at this party with a friend of mine, and this friend's sister had a boyfriend who was kind of a real asshole. Like, not kind of an asshole, or like, oh, he had inklings of an asshole. He's basically a fucking waste of space.
Okay.
So we're there. We're just sitting there chilling. Like, I'm drinking a beer, friends drinking a beer, sisters drinking a beer, and we're watching. I don't know. We're watching
My Little Pony.
Maybe it could have been Super Troopers, but it could have been My Little Pony. I mean, they're
Fair enough.
kind of one and the same. He just starts. Basically, he grabs on the sister and he's like, "All right, we're leaving. Let's go. We're out." And she's like, "I don't want to leave." So he proceeds to kind of drag her out.
Like physically,
Physically,
accost her.
yeah. And I don't put up with that bullshit.
Yeah.
I never have. I never will. So I kind of, like, friend is out of the room, saving names for namesake. Friend's out of the room. I step up, and I'm like, "Yo, hands off. We're not doing this." And he's like, "Fuck you." I'm like, "Okay, but that doesn't..."
And I was like, "Yes, please."
I was like, "Okay, but no, hands off. We're not doing..." She doesn't want to leave. You leave, fine, dandy, go. Well, he turns around and kind of swings. I just moved. I mean, it was literally just a
more like a SWAT
move, like move backwards.
You did the rock away. Now lean back.
Yeah, I leaned back.
Lean back.
And then kind of locked him up in my armpit in a headlock, and very, very tight, lack of oxygen style headlock.
That's how I like it. Choke me, daddy.
So then I ran, like, the way that this apartment was set up is you had like kind of a hallway you had to walk down before you got to the living room, which is weird because the wall didn't actually need to be there because the wall was the kitchen. So you had the kitchen, the hallway, the living room, and then a hallway that went down to this door. But the wall separated the door from the kitchen. So you didn't need this wall there. It was just kind of a
Maybe
wall.
it was load bearing.
It may have been. It didn't need to be there, though. So I locked him up in this headlock, and I go running down this little hallway to the front door. The front door is made of steel, and just take him head first right into the door because I forgot to open the door.
Oops, my bad.
And by forgot, I just didn't open the door. So we just went headlong into the door, opened the door, and then kind of just kicked him out. Literally kicked him out of the party. About 45 minutes later, he walks back in.
You should have locked the door.
Well, no, because
Dummy.
we had people coming and going. Whatever. So he comes back in. He's like, "Yo, motherfucker." I'm like, "All right, that's cool. Let's go outside." So we step out into this courtyard area where the apartments were, and he like immediately grabs my throat, and not like the way that you would grab someone's throat, like you're trying to choke them,
But more sensual.
like he was like he lovingly
Like he wanted to make love to
he
you.
lovingly grabbed my
like
throat.
you want him to.
And
he held you tight.
Instead of like doing
Baby, all through
like
the
a
night
claw
the
in the throat, he just went like this. He kind of like,
So he wasn't choking you.
he wasn't
was
choking
putting
me.
pressure on your neck.
He just put pressure on my neck. So I stepped into it and I said, "You're gonna have to do better than that." I said, "If you're trying to stop me." To which I then grabbed his neck and tried to wrap my fingers around his larynx.
Should have grabbed his balls.
No, I didn't have to because then his head went back against the building and then I just kind of tossed him away like a superhero. No, I just kind of like grabbed him and then with my left hand and gave him a punch to the gut with my right hand. And while he was down, I just kind of turned him around.
Peed on him.
No, I kicked him in the ass out into the parking lot, to which and just asked him not to come back politely, which sounded more like, don't fucking come back.
Thank you, sir. We would appreciate if you would not return to this establishment.
Yes. Please do not come back into this building or else you will require a thrashing. No, it was more like, don't fucking come back in here. If I catch you in here, I'm going to kick your ass. So party continues, whatever. Next weekend, I'm out at friend's house, and friend's sister says, well, I'm having some people over, blah, 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 blah. So-and-so asked if you were going to be here. I'm like, I don't know. Am I going to be here? She's like, you can come if you want. She goes, I told him that you weren't going to be here, though. I said, you just want to see some more action. She's like, he's kind of a dick.
She's getting all hot and bothered.
She was
by
like,
it.
he's kind of a dick. She goes,
She
we're
wanted
not
your junk.
She goes, we're not, after that whole thing with him trying to yank me out, she goes, I kind of like wrote him off and we're not seeing
Then
each
she
other
wanted to
anymore.
yank you out.
Oh, that would have been glorious. But then friend would have been mad.
Oh, to be 32 again.
Oh, to be 22 again.
And that's how Martelle met Liz.
That is no, that is not how. No.
I'm kidding, Liz.
We
Please
actually
don't kill me.
we met at a bar.
You and Liz did?
She hates that I say that
Why?
because it's true.
Why? But wait.
She does
what?
not like the fact, because they say that most people that meet at bars, their relationships don't last.
Well, hey, yours
it was-
probably isn't going to because you're going to go to Florida and she's staying here. so.
There's that. I mean, I will end up not in Florida, in the South.
Look, you guys have made it since August of 2005.
Yeah,
You'll be fine.
I think so.
And I know that. You know when I was married?
2005,
What month?
August,
Nope.
June.
Yep.
So 2 months before me,
I only know yours. You know why?
because it's 2 months before mine.
No, because every week when I walk downstairs, I see that plaque that has your birth.
Oh,
your
I don't even pay attention to that
and
shit
I was
anymore.
like, one day I'm going to call him out and say, I know when you were married, you don't know when I'm married. I'm a better friend than you.
Well, I said June.
But it's literally every single time I walk downstairs, I see that and I think about that for 3 years.
So
Except during Christmas because she moved it.
she does move it. There's a handprint Christmas tree that goes in this place.
It's August 23rd?
It's 27th.
Ah, close.
I always say like the 15th, and it drives Liz insane.
Well, we were supposed to get married on 6/9/05, which would have been hilarious. Or no, we did. We were supposed to get married on 05/05/05.
Oh, yeah.
The venue was taken.
I wanted Harley to be
So
born
we got married on 69/05.
Harley should have been born on 10/11/12.
That would have been awesome.
That I was shooting for it. I even told Doctor, I'm like,
You literally shot for it.
I told the doctor. So Liz, my anniversary is on the 27th. Which I'm always like, it's like the 25th, right? Every year Liz is like, no, it's the 27th. Like,
Mine's 69. It's easy
I'm
to
like,
remember.
but it's the 25th. I'm like, at some point we talked about the 25th. She's like, the 25th was never an option. I'm like, are you sure? Because the 25th sounds
right.
But Harley, so switching gears on anniversaries, Harley was born on 10/12/12.
She ruined everything.
No, the doctor ruined everything. We went into the hospital on 10/11/12, and I told the doctor, I'm like, I want 10/11/12 as her birth date. And he's like, well, we can only do what we can do. And I'm like, oh no, you can do everything.
You can induce this.
You can
Like,
literally make this
cut my wife open and get that kid out of here today.
You can make this happen by inducing her now. They're like, well, it's 9:00 in the evening. I'm like, now.
Listen, I've got a pool going. I've made a large bet.
10, 11, 12. That's what I want. She ended up with 10, 12, 12. And I'm like,
Probably at like 12:02 a.m.
so I hold it up now. It was like 4:00 in the morning. I'm just like, I hold it up.
Tomato.
I hold it above Harley. I'm like, your birthday I'm changing your birthday to 10, 11, 12. She's like, no. I'm like, what the hell do you care?
Right. Actually, you'd think a kid would want it one day
I'm
earlier.
like, it would be 10, 11, 12. That's awesome. Like, when's your birthday? 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't get it. I'm like, 10, 11, 12.
It's in a row.
It's
easy to remember.
It's easy to remember. So anytime anybody asks me what her birthday, I'm like, 10, 12, 12. I have to think about it because I'm like, oh, I want it 10,
And you
11,
always
12.
hear bum, 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 brrr.
Every time.
So daggone close. You missed by a cow hair.
I did. It's very disappointing.
I'm sorry.
I got 429 and 10, 12, 12. I couldn't get a 420. And I couldn't get a 10, 11, 12.
I got married on 69, but none of our birthdays are. Best birthday's 324. Mine's 618.
622. 622 418 10, 11, 12.
I've got hose of the garden variety.
Of different birth date codes.
Garden variety. All right.
So what do you think of the Bade and Blow?
I like it.
I like it too.
I like it a lot. I liked it both ways.
Yes, you did.
It's got a...
I think I liked it better a little neat, though. A little more neat. I'm giving it a 3.5.
I would say $50, fairly readily available here in Ohio.
No, it's not. It just came into Ohio.
Got it.
It just came to Ohio.
And there's another bottle sitting there. We could go back and get another one.
Maybe.
If it's still there.
It may be gone at this point.
Oh, my left hip hurts.
Only people who know what Blade and Blow is. Blade and Bow. Jesus Christ.
You're a mess.
Even sober, I can't pronounce it.
I know.
But only people who know about Blade and Bow.
Or people who are like kitschy things like a key. I once bought a bottle of rum because it came with a little like statue coin token thing.
See, that's stupid to me. Like,
it was really good though.
I'm not even into the horsey thing on Blanton's.
I'm not in the horsey thing.
Like, I like Blanton's because I like Blanton's. I could give a shit about the horses.
Right.
Which I'm super disappointed that
I threw mine away.
That dude couldn't even fucking invite us over for his Blanton's picks bullshit that he did.
No doubt.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Screw you.
And then, you're always having Jeff on, and fucking Jeff doesn't do shit.
Yeah, what's a Jeff anyway?
You don't even listen to the show.
Who likes a Jeff?
And fucking Tyler now has to do everything through Zoom because he's got jerky legs.
I didn't know that happened. What happened with Tyler's legs?
Oh, he was in a golf cart accident. A friend of his flipped a golf cart and tore his shit up.
Okay, I'm sorry for that. But it's just funny that it was a golf cart accident that took him out.
They literally have been calling him jerky legs for like the past 8 episodes. He showed up once and he had to go back in for
I've got to catch up. I've been so far behind.
He had to have like some skin grafting surgery.
Oh my God.
He like his legs look like fucking beef jerky.
That's what you get for being on your phone, Tyler.
I mean,
he's not going to listen to this.
It's what you get for being a shitty person to whiskey.
Oh, man. Yeah, but
you took advantage of it, and it took advantage of you.
Yeah, it did. I would never do that to a host of a podcast. I would never co-host a podcast and drink all their whiskey and bourbon over 3 years.
Right.
Which they've only been at it like a year, but still. Oh, I had no clue that happened. Yeah, I'm way behind on... I haven't listened to anybody's podcast, to be fair.
It's fine. I mean, it's...
Including ours.
I don't listen to ours.
Even though Mo mentioned, even though Mo gave us feedback about last week, and the week before.
So I actually did get feedback on the newsy stuff that we did, like the 15 episodes.
Oh, did you?
Quick episodes.
Yeah.
One person said, "Don't ever fucking do that again," and another person said, "Keep that shit up." So we're 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, so what we should do is just do whatever the hell we want, and
so we should just go ahead and do everything that we want to do. Which is
do I know either the people that left reviews or were they just random reviews?
Oh no, they were personal messages sent to me.
So you know these people.
So I know these people.
You'll have to tell me afterwards who they were.
Oh, it was Mike and Mo.
Okay, so Mo said do it again.
Mo said do it.
And Mike said no way.
Mike's like, you guys are ridiculous. Don't ever fucking do that again.
Well, let's do another one for Mike.
I mean, it was literally 15 episodes in 4 days. It was bombardment upon bombardment.
You're welcome.
And
look, after listening for 3 years, the people that have stuck around should expect nothing less from us than our worst.
Oh, you're right. I mean,
that's a you problem.
But I will say that doing the little newsy things, I think we should keep that up at some point. Like, figure that shit out. But do it a little longer, like in 5 or 10 minute increments instead of the...
I don't know if I have the stamina.
We did like 30-second increments. We should actually talk about the article.
At my age and my weight, I'm only good for about 30 seconds a pop.
You could have started with just at my weight.
At my weight and your age, I'm only good for 30 seconds a pop.
I'm good. I can. My stamina is a lot longer than 30 seconds.
Well, yeah, you're wearing jorts.
Yeah.
I can't match that.
I
don't own jorts.
I can't.
Oh, wait,
you.
I do own jorts.
I can't help you with that.
I think I still fit in them.
This is me being comfortable.
I'm not mad about it.
I'm wearing a coral short.
Coral short.
Why is it that some
Just say pink shirt?
It's coral.
It's
salmon.
Pink. It's pink. You're a dude. It's pink.
It's salmon.
It's pink.
Coral. It's a coral shirt and some fucking jorts. And
it's pink.
You keep the shit up, and we get some fucking flip flops.
Do it. I wore flip flops here, and I'm wearing gym shorts and a plain black T-shirt.
No one realized in the couple hours that we've been spending time together, I was wearing 2 different shoes.
I didn't even look at your feet. I have no clue what you were wearing. It's like in Shawshank Redemption when he walks out, and Morgan Freeman's dude. There you go, rocking them.
2 different shoes.
2 completely different shoes, different laces and everything. Wait, they're the same brand.
They're the same brand.
They look exactly the same. They said different laces.
I said 2 different shoes. One's gray, one is tan.
One's gray and one is lighter gray. I would not call that tan.
Oh, that's tan.
No, that's not tan.
Oh, that's fucking
I'm
tan.
tan. That's not tan.
You're not even tan. I'm tanner than you are this year.
Yeah, I've
Get
been in
your
my
ass
basement
outside.
for 2 weeks. Work has been.
I fucking sit outside.
I've been strapped to my desk.
Not on the weekends you haven't, because you're sitting in my office right now as we're recording.
Yeah, I'm sitting in your office.
This
exactly.
podcast, so you have not been strapped.
I've been strapped over my desk, just getting pegged by work.
Yeah, your boss called earlier too.
Well, I called her back. She texted me.
She pegged you.
And she apologized for even talking to me on
You know
the
what?
weekend.
I appreciate that.
Right?
Because she did apologize for talking to you on the weekend. My boss
And what'd she say? She was like, I said, when I get home, I'll look on the computer.
She's
She
like,
goes,
no.
It's Saturday. Do not work.
She's like, you don't work. My boss, on the other hand, my boss's boss, not my boss wouldn't call me on the weekend. My boss's
because
boss.
he knows you won't answer.
Well, I won't answer my boss's boss either. He would call me on the weekend and be like, we need this. I'm like, oh, good fucking luck.
Talk to you Monday.
I'll see you in 2 days.
Talk to you Monday at about 10:30 a.m.
Because that's about the time you're going to get
my
an
boss,
answer.
it's funny. So she lives in Seattle.
Yeah.
Well, like outside Seattle.
Yeah, so she's 3 hours.
3 hours, right. She'll call me during the week while she's still working, but if it's after 4 p.m. my time, she'll literally be like, I'm so sorry for calling you after hours. She called me one time at 4:06 and apologized.
That is a considerate
I
boss.
love it. I love it.
That's called consideration.
And that's why I work so hard.
The
she calls me at 4:06 and apologizes. I'll work for somebody like that. Like
the people that I work for, they don't work to live. They live to work.
Yeah, forget that.
I don't do that shit.
No.
Like, I gave up on a career.
Right.
I gave up on a career at my current company 6 years ago. I'm 9 years into this company. When I got passed up on a promotion twice, I'm like, all right, this is just a place that I show up and I get a paycheck. Unfortunately.
And now you work from home.
And now I work
so
from home.
So you get to wear jorts. You get to wake up in the morning and do laps in the pool.
Fuck, I logged in the other day in my underwear. I was standing here at my desk in my fucking underwear.
I saw a post about the Olympic women's team. Soccer or something, where they wore the shorts instead of the bikini bottoms.
It was the German volleyball team.
Whatever it was.
Yeah, it was German volleyball. They refused to wear the bikini.
It was a bigger team than 2 people, though. Was it like the indoor volleyball or whatever?
It may have been, but either way.
But it was a public post I saw, and all these people were commenting, specifically, mainly women, about how they shouldn't be fined. And then Pink, the musical artist, said, I'll pay your fines.
I'll pay your fines.
Which I think is awesome.
And I
replied, I said, look, I think the women should be able to wear whatever they want. But I also worked in my underwear today, and I loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
To which most people laughed. And then one lady commented.
She's like, you're an asshole.
No, she actually said, yeah, but the difference is, or she laughed at, like, give a laughing emoji and said, yeah, but millions of people aren't watching you worldwide. And I said, fair enough, but just so you know, millions of people would not want to watch me.
Right.
But yeah, no, I don't care what women, I think it's ridiculous that there's a Olympic thing where they
a requirement.
have to. Yeah,
yes.
That's dumb.
I agree. However, I do enjoy watching the sand volleyball
I'm not saying
competition. Oh no,
I'm a guy.
I know you're not.
But if they don't want to wear it, I think they should have the option. If they want to wear it, I'll probably look and go,
I'll be like, what's the other team wearing?
The good Lord has made a beautiful creation.
I like watching sand volleyball.
Yeah, the men are chiseled.
They are, and the women are stacked.
Look at that butt. He must work out.
and when they're stacked. And sometimes you get a wedgie.
I'm stacked.
You are not.
Yeah, no, I'm stacked like one of those kids'
You're
toys where you got
stacked like
the
a
big donut on the
snowman.
bottom and then the smaller and
Yeah.
as it goes up.
Yeah,
I'm
like
stacked like that.
Like a snowman.
Right. Do you want to build a
Although,
snowman?
have you seen the video? I don't get it. I'm going to try to pull this up.
The librarian glub.
No.
Oh.
I'm going to see if I can find it on Instagram. I don't get it. It's a meme. Lexi tried to explain it to me, my oldest.
Who is now 34, she looks like. How was your daughter 12 2 years ago now? She's like 74. She looks like an adult. She came down today with her stuff, and I was like, she's in her 20s.
Fucking makeup. God damn it.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
I didn't like, I don't know. I don't.
It's goddamn
How old is
makeup.
she now?
She's 13.
So she was 11 2 years ago, and now she looks like she's like
Now she looks like
16,
she's
17.
fucking walked out of a goddamn Vogue magazine.
And you said something about her hair. She's like, no, it's oyster. And you're like, oh, you brushed it for
you
once.
brushed it today. No, there's a video out. I'm gonna see if I can find it because the one dude looks kind of like you. I'm not gonna lie. But he loses half of his body in this video. And I gotta see if I can find it.
He gets cut in half.
No,
At a sawmill.
No. I don't even know what to search for to find the video. To be honest, because it just shows up randomly, and Lexi's like, "Oh, that's this thing," and I'm like,
Text Lexi and tell her to get in here. And...
No, she just left.
Oh.
She just sent me a text, and she's like, "Bye, love you." I'm like, "Oh, have fun." She's going to a friend's house to stay the night. Fuck, really? Now I'm gonna have to look it up on my phone.
Oh, you still got an iPhone?
When I told Lexi to have fun, she goes, "I will." Oh yeah, I'm still on iPhone.
They're going to get wasted.
I hope so.
What was it she tried that she liked?
The Trulies.
Oh yeah.
I didn't tell her I had more.
She already got in the garage fridge and looked. I guarantee it.
Oh, she may have, but I'm just like, this isn't for you. Let's see. So the problem is I don't know the name of this thing to look it up. Let's see what I can find here. That doesn't help. I really want to find this because I want to plug in the iPad and show it to you on the TV, and you can be like, whoa, this is like he dips down and half of his body disappears into his abdomen.
That's really weird.
Well, he's also morbidly obese, so.
Which is also gross. Like me.
For the most part. I mean, you kind of disgust me.
That's fair.
Japanese pancakes. Why do I feel like I should be looking up Mexican pancakes? Do you remember Mexican
Yes,
pancake?
I do.
Okay.
I was more about the Japanese pancakes.
They look like regular pancakes.
I also listened to a podcast earlier today while I was getting ready, where they were talking about fried bologna sandwiches. And the one guy said, "Who doesn't love hot dog pancakes?"
Ugh.
You don't like fried bologna?
I hate bologna.
You're so freaking rich.
Dude, no.
I don't want to hear it.
No. I grew up on bologna, which is why I don't like it today. Every goddamn sandwich I ate, I didn't get a turkey sandwich, I didn't get chicken breast, I didn't get salami or anything else. It was always fucking Oscar Mayer bologna.
Name brand? You were rich.
Well, it was either name brand or it was white label. And my mom refused to do white label.
So rich. Ours just said hot dog pancakes on the label.
Bullshit.
No, but I wish it did.
It would be great if it did, but you either got Oscar Mayer or you got white label. My mom refused to buy anything white label. Like we didn't. There was no
fancy.
white. There was. She just. That was one of.
Of course,
her
where you grew up from, I'd be afraid of anything white label too.
We just didn't do white label anything, which I don't blame her. But today, I want to start a company called White Label.
We've talked about that. We should.
And just do
you
white
put all
label.
the money in, and I will put in the. I will do the marketing.
If I'm putting all the money in, you ain't doing shit.
Hire me then.
No.
I'm marketing. I market.
You
I'm
don't.
a marketer. I'm a marketer.
You're not a marketer.
I am.
I'm more marketer than you are.
No, you're.
I'm just lazy at it.
That's true. You are.
I went to school for the shit.
Yeah, I went to school twice.
Barely.
No, I went to school twice full on. I just dropped out both times.
You went to DeVry for coding, which is not marketing.
I went to DeVry for computer information systems,
which is not marketing,
and computer information technology,
which is not marketing,
or engineering technology.
Either way, not marketing.
And then I went to
OCU school for marketing,
for business management.
That's not marketing,
which means I can business manage marketing.
That's not marketing.
I have a video on TikTok with 1.7 million views.
Whoop-de-fucking-do.
So take
Oh,
that.
my God. TikTok.
I am pretty much famous.
Yes, you're
People
not.
don't notice me when I'm out in public.
Yeah,
well,
they
they
don't.
do, but because of my girth and not who I am.
Not who you are. What the fuck is that called? Dance. I'm just going to search dance. Why doesn't Instagram work the way I want it to?
Because it doesn't work like that.
Obviously. This is riveting. Riveting podcasting. Us searching things up. And of course, the only things that are showing are tattoos and Belgian Malamutes. Because I like to watch dogs climb walls that are fucking 20 foot tall. And then show them to my kids. Although, I would love to have a hairless cat.
That's gross.
Isn't it?
It's easier, though, when you kill them to make egg rolls.
Which is disgusting, 1, and 2, inhumane. Which, by the way, we're going to have a cat here next week.
Is that inhumane? We just ate a bunch of animal pieces.
I'm talking about the cat part. There will be a cat here next week, though. Because my in-laws apparently are going out of town, and God forbid they just leave their cat at home. It has to come here this time. Which I don't care, other than the fact that I don't want cat hair all over my brand new furniture.
I don't want cat hair anywhere because that means a cat isn't here.
Well, tough shit. Tough titty puff. Blow your nose and eat the stuff.
I've never heard that before in my life.
That was one of my mom's sayings. No one else, I'm sure, has ever heard of it either. All right, I'm about over looking for this thing. Because I can't find it. I'm about done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, animals dancing, animals, people. Where's that fat shit at? I swear, it shows up every time, and then when I'm looking for it, I can't fucking find it. Of course. Same goddamn dog eating a carrot. Same people dancing to Michael Jackson. Lamborghini flying by at 180 miles an hour. People in masks. Kiss my ass. Delta variant. Lambda variant. Lambda. Reminds me of the Nerds. Which a friend of mine was like, oh, I'm going down to Florida. I promise not to bring back the Delta variant. I'm like, I'm not really concerned about that. Sorry, homie. I can't find this video. I'm like running through reels as fast as I can to see if it shows up. Speaking of, we're an hour 8 into this show. What are your feelings at this point on COVID? Because you didn't get it. You haven't gotten it.
No, I haven't. Well,
at this point.
As far as I know, I did not get it. I got something the January, February before the shutdown that knocked me out for like 3 or 4 days. Remember when I was editing podcast stuff and you messaged me like, what are you doing? I said, nothing.
Yeah, I remember that.
I had no recollection.
Which is a good 4 or 5 months before I got it.
Right. And that was right before the shutdown, before you got it, which we didn't know, and I was still coming over.
Yeah.
You got it. Liz had it.
We didn't even know we had
it. Allegedly, you guys had it, and I never got it by literally being within, at times, like when you stand on one side, you're counting on the other. We're like 3 feet apart.
Yeah.
Tops.
Yeah.
I don't know what my thoughts are because I've not gotten it. Now, I know somebody that died of it that was in pretty good shape. Not as good shape as somebody like you that goes to the gym multiple times a week. Or
did they have any other
underlying
health issues?
They did not. But it's only one person I know that happened to. out of how many people do I know? Thousands?
I don't know. You're friends with like 5,000 people, so,
Yeah, so
you know like maybe an eighth of those.
quote unquote friends, but I know a lot of people.
Right.
But my thoughts are I'm not freaking worried about it.
So that's where I'm at. So I started writing this thing today called Life with COVID.
Okay.
And I kind of want to end the show with this point, if I can't find this fat guy dancing to a meme, which I've scrolled through probably 200 reels at this point, and it hasn't shown up yet. And then at that point, I'll just switch over and grab my little diatribe of, because this is what this is for. I mean, we can talk about whatever we want, and who gives a shit what anybody else thinks. But essentially, it is, all right, I'm done. What if this is what it is?
AIDS.
This is it. This is life with COVID at this point. This is living with what they call COVID. It's like living with the flu. What if this is as good as it gets? What if COVID never actually goes away? What if every year...
So this is the quote-unquote new normal.
Yeah, what if every year it's the same story from the media? Oh, there's another variant to this COVID thing.
Right.
Which is the same thing as not...
Like the flu.
I'm not comparing COVID to the flu because they are two completely different things.
No, but you're saying it's the same thing like the flu, where each year...
Every year it's like, oh, there's a new variant to the flu, and you may or may not get it, even if you get the flu shot, blah, blah, blah. What if it's just another strain of the vaccine... what if it's just another strain that the vaccine doesn't stop? Like, you get the vaccine, like many people have, and they're like, oh, the Lambda variant is, you're going to have to get another booster shot. Or, oh, it's the Delta variant, and it's the vaccine doesn't stop this version of it.
Right, so you have to get another one.
So you have to get another one and another one. The question is are you going to continue to live this lockdown way of life? I personally am not. But are people going to continue to like, oh, well, I can't go outside. The Delta variant's out there, and it's this thing. You know what this means is every year...
It's a scare tactic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Every year, every single fucking year, it's going to be a new variant just like the flu.
Yeah.
It'll be Delta. It's Lambda. Well, when I was in Florida, it was Lambda. By the time I got back from Florida, holy shit, we had Delta. And I felt like I was in a fucking movie.
I don't even like Delta.
I was in the movie
I
The
prefer
Nerds.
American Airlines.
I was Lambda. I was in like the goddamn Nerds. But what if every year it's like, oh, well, this version's alpha version and this version's beta version. Now we're at Zeta.
I can't wait till we get the whiskey version.
Shit, we're already there.
You and I have lived that one.
You and I have been doing that for 3 years.
We are immune.
But what if you choose to get the flu shot or the
I don't even get flu shots.
I don't either because I've never had any good reaction.
I got a flu shot one time by accident.
The last time I got the flu shot was in 1993.
I got one 3-4 years. I was in the doctor's office for, I forget what. It was like a routine thing. And they're like, have you had the flu shot yet? And I said, no, I don't. I can't remember. I think the last time I got a flu shot was, like you said, in the 90s. I was a kid.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, do you want? And I was like, I don't care, about it. I didn't say yes or no. I said I don't care, something like that.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, a nurse comes in, and she's like, boop, right in my arm, and I was like,
I said I didn't
thanks.
care. I didn't say I wanted.
Yeah. Next thing I know, I've got the flu shot, and what's it do? Knocks me out for a couple of days.
So
never had the flu in my life ever.
I always got the flu shot up until I was 13.
But no, I'm saying I've never had the flu.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
ever.
I
didn't get COVID. And honestly, out of the two of us, who should have gotten COVID and had effects from it?
You.
Absolutely. I'm
but who
out of
got
shape.
COVID and didn't have
and
any
didn't even
effects
know.
from it?
You.
Me.
You literally were like, I can't taste anything. I said, you got COVID, and we made a joke about it. And you're like, no, it's just sinus crap. I deal with it every year.
That's what I had.
Come find out you had COVID.
I had a sinus infection and COVID.
Yeah, well, tomato, but you had COVID.
I had COVID. So, but what if every year
there's a new COVID?
There's a new COVID now.
I'll
just
keep
like
doing the same thing I've been doing the last 2 years.
But
I will live my life.
That's the thing. You can choose to get a flu shot, and no one says boo to you. They're like, oh, you didn't get it?
The COVID shots become and show your papers.
Yeah.
You can't get on a flight. You can't go to this concert.
You can't do shit.
Yeah.
So how should this be any different?
That's government overreach.
No, that's not even government overreach. This is people.
Well, I don't care what individuals say.
This is individual companies.
Well, companies, yeah.
This is companies be like, oh, you can't you can't get on our flight because you haven't had a COVID
There's a
shot.
guy that you and I both know. I'm pretty sure you know him. I'm not going to say his name right now. I'll tell you off the air. He was talking with a few fellow people on the line, and he said that come October 1st, if you do not have a shot, you cannot work for XYZ company, which I'll tell you off the line.
Okay.
And if you don't get it, you're also not eligible for a bonus. You know what the bonus was total for the year?
$100.
$720.
Not enough.
I was like, who cares?
That's not
$720 for the year?
Because you know what you're going to walk away with?
Even if
$250.
Here's the thing.
After taxes.
Right. But potato, tomato, that's bribery.
One.
And in the field he's in, I'll explain to you off the air. I get what they're getting at, but it's illegal for a company to tell you cannot work for them because of your personal beliefs.
Trust me, Google has pushed this.
I know.
Facebook's pushing it.
I understand.
I agree.
All
the big tech companies are pushing it.
It's a big deal.
Like you need to be vaccinated before you can come back to the office.
I'm not going to say.
Now, hold on. Their wording is come back to the office. I don't want to go back to the fucking office.
Well, yeah, screw that then. I mean,
can I do my job working from home?
I was going to say if that was the stipulation, I would knock you the shot based on that alone.
Now, I did not get vaccinated, and
I didn't either.
Not because the government was like, blah, 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 blah. More so because I don't know what's in the shot. There has not been enough
Nobody
testing.
knows yet. And there's so many different shots.
And I'm not putting my faith in that nonsense.
Here's what kills me. And I'm not against getting vaccinated.
I'm not against it.
At all.
Absolutely.
I didn't get vaccinated because I've been busy working. And in my time off, I wanted to have time off. It wasn't I'm not getting vaccinated because
I didn't get
screw Obama or Biden or
Bush,
whoever. I had no real
I didn't get vaccinated.
Feelings against getting vaccinated, but I just didn't. But what's funny to me is all my friends and family that did were going, "Oh, which vaccination did you get?" They're not even the same.
No, they're not. There's like Moderna and there's Pfizer and there's Johnson & Johnson.
I'm like, this does not make any sense to me.
Some of them you have to get two of, and one you only have to get one of. And
I got my first shot, but I still can't do anything until I get my second. I'm like,
that makes zero sense to me.
What? And you got to wait like weeks in between. That's not right.
Liz and I had this conversation, and she leans left. She leans more left than...
Get her a taller shoe on the left side.
Well...
Then she won't lean.
That's the problem. I am more libertarian.
Don't mess with me, I won't mess with you. Exactly. I'm almost anarchist.
As far as political parties go, you would be more libertarian.
I'm libertarian more than anything, but
that's what I'm
verging
saying.
On anarchist.
But I am more libertarian.
And if you hear anarchist and you think I want to go loot and burn buildings, Google
what it actually is.
Anarchist means.
I am more libertarian, but I lean more right in the thinking.
I would say you and I both are close to the same.
We're close. If you just had to pick, and I'm just going between the three, like anarchist isn't actually a political party,
right?
That's libertarian is barely recognized as far as
it's the most recognized two party system
out of the not two parties. Yeah.
Or the most Green Party's always mentioned,
but like, what if this is as good as it gets? Like,
then
it's always going to be this. Is there always going to be a winter lockdown every fucking year? Is it always going to be...
Would you be mad if it was a lockdown during the winter because you don't go out in the winter
I don't go out anyway. But when I do go out, do I want to wear a mask to go to fucking Kroger?
Dude,
no. Should I have to? No.
Like, you know where I wore the mask the most during COVID? Honestly?
No.
The local liquor store.
Right.
It's owned by an Indian couple. Super nice people. But you walked in without a mask, they were like, I respect it.
And
I chose to go in there. I will abide by your rules.
I will respect.
I can go somewhere else if I don't want to. It's just a farther drive. So I respected them. You require a mask, I'll put a mask on.
I will respect any business's requirements.
Yeah. Because you're choosing
because I'm choosing to go there.
Yeah.
So if Kroger says you must wear a mask when you come in here,
a brewery,
fine.
Pizza Hut,
I will wear that mask.
Right.
However, I do not want to have to wear a mask every time I go outside.
That's dumb.
To a company. To any company.
Yeah.
Like, it should be a choice. And this is how we're going to end the show. We're going to end the show on this.
You said that 20 minutes ago.
Well, I'm just saying we're ending the show on this political point,
which we never do.
which we typically never do. But I'm getting tired. I am getting tired of hearing about it. It should be a personal choice. Health is a personal choice when it comes to whatever it is that you are doing.
What happened to my body, my choice?
That
only applies to abortion?
It only applies to women and abortion, but only to abortion and women.
Gotcha.
It does not apply to you and I
so
far
they
as...
should have their freedoms and rights and liberties, but we shouldn't.
But only when it comes to abortion.
Right, exactly. Only that topic.
That's it.
Makes sense.
Whenever it comes to health care and what you're going to eat.
How many listeners can we lose?
But seriously, what if this...
Is it?
Now we have to live with influenza and...
syphilis.
We've been living with influenza, but now we have to live with COVID.
The clap.
Clovid. Every version of Clovid out there.
I hate Clovid.
I fucking hate Clovid.
Yeah.
But what if we have to deal with COVID every year? And
Here's
it's
the
like,
thing.
oh, are you going to get a shot? No,
And
I'm not going to get the shot.
Because, again, I personally know somebody very close to us who I knew the daughter more than I knew the father who passed away. No real underlying health issues that any normal middle-aged male wouldn't have. No diabetes, no nothing. Wasn't on any really no syphilis, no gonorrhea, and he passed away after he caught COVID.
Okay.
And she's very sensitive about this topic for good reason.
I would be too.
But I've got to say, I know one out of thousands of people in that specific situation. Others I know had complications from COVID, but they also are like me. They're out of shape. They're older people.
To be the asshole in this conversation, there had to have been an underlying issue.
Maybe.
That was not known.
But here's the thing. Even the flu will kill a very, very... What my point is, it'll kill a very tiny percent of people without underlying conditions.
Right.
He just happened to be one of them. But again, that's one out of... I literally could... If I had the time to sit down and... Because I can't remember names. But look through my Facebook, my phone... People I've known for more than just meeting them once.
Right.
I could probably rattle off... Give you a list of 3,000 to 5,000 people. One person is a very, very... very minor percentage.
That's a very tiny number.
Of 3,000 to 5,000 people.
It's like 0.0. It's like your Cherokee heritage.
Right.
It's like 0.001.
Right. So, how do I feel about COVID? To answer your original question, I'm going to give you what I thought last year when we kept meeting through COVID. And I was traveling the state. You weren't. And I was still coming every day. You ended up with COVID.
I got it.
And I didn't.
And I only go to the store in the gym.
And I was going to the counties in Ohio that were the highest reported numbers, air quoting, that people can't see, and I never got it.
Yeah, and I only go to the grocery store in the gym,
right?
And no one at the gym had a recorded incident.
So my thoughts on COVID is I don't know because I can't predict the future. So if this is our quote unquote new normal, which I freaking have come to hate that term.
Yeah,
because
I don't like
new normal is not normal.
No, it's not. And I only use that term because
I get it. I'm using it that way too.
It's in air quotes.
If this is what the future is going to be like,
this is just another thing to deal.
What do? You got to roll with the punches.
Right.
I have no.
So
my opinion on it is you gotta take life a day at a time, regardless of what it is.
Agreed.
I don't like it. I'm not thrilled with it, but what can I do about it?
Well, honestly, I don't think there's anything you personally can do
exactly.
about it.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm not going to let it bother me.
I don't let it bother me. I never did. It was one of those things like at first it was touted as a flu. I'm like, well, I don't get the flu, so I don't care. Well, then it became a mission to try to get it. More so to
build the immunity.
No, to see what happens. I want to see what happens when I get it. Now, that sounds selfish. Yes, I'm putting other people at risk at that point.
Yeah, just your family. You were working from home.
But I'm like, what happens if I get it? Like, what am I going to experience? It's
kind of like doing acid or shrooms.
It was completely scientific. Like, what's going to happen? Like, I didn't want Liz to get it. I don't want the girls to get it.
What happens to my penis if I go into a strip club versus a gay bar?
Or in a swimming pool. You get an innie.
You got to have control. So you get in the swimming pool on a cold day, you go to a gay bar, and then you go to a booby bar.
I would probably get hard at both.
There was 3 options.
Like I said.
Yes.
Yes.
It's science.
But I got it, Liz got it.
Neither of you knew you had it.
Neither of us knew we had it.
Somebody else told you.
Until a test that is no longer required by the CDC because why? It's ineffective. Actually,
Shocker.
The CDC said that the tests that the PCR tests, which are the rapid response tests, which is what I ended up getting, just the nasal swab, and then you get a response within like literally 15 minutes, except for when you get it at the hospital, it takes 7.5 hours because I got to process everybody. They're ineffective. So I could have had a false positive.
They should have given you a butthole swab.
I would have loved a butthole swab.
They would have found your file, though.
They would have found my shiv.
They would have found your shiv and so much more.
And so much more. Just keistered up there. Either way, I have committed to living with it.
I just used my microphone to brush my mustache out of the way. And I'm realizing if I ever had to give DNA sample, I'd just give them this sponge.
I'm just going to give him that. I'm like, yeah, it was probably Randy here. Take this red thing and swab the shit out of it.
It's fine.
I have resorted to just living with it. I don't care one way or another. I could give a shit whether you got a shot. I'm not going to shame you for getting a shot.
Oh, I don't care what other people do.
And I'm not going to shame you for not getting a shot. I honestly, I don't give a shit.
That's my point. I don't care what others do. I also would like if they would not care what I do. That would be appreciated.
Exactly. I would not give a
just reciprocate.
Stop caring how I handle this. Like, people handle things differently. I
like
handle
their balls?
This. Yeah, some people kind of like squeeze and other people ogle.
Some just cup.
And some cup.
Just support.
I like the ogle when I'm peeing.
Yeah.
Like through my fingers.
You got to check for cancer and stuff.
Yeah.
Lumps.
I mean, I might as well. I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm at the stop,
down there.
So.
Yeah.
But I would really, really love if people would just leave everybody the fuck alone about it.
Good luck.
Well, I know, but it's just like I get tired of seeing the COVID maps. And at one point, there was an uptick. This is just an example. There was an uptick in the map of 1,000 people over like the state of Ohio for like when it started to kind of tick up with the Delta variant, which, you know, if you ever Google Delta meme, by the way, and look for those motherfuckers will fly you to the sky. I think that's exactly what you're looking for. But with the Delta meme, it was like 1,000 people over the entire state of Ohio, which is a couple 100,000, if not close to 1 million.
We've got over 1 million in Columbus, dude.
I'm being very generous.
Very. I'm going to Google though because I don't care. But
they're talking about the percentage of like 1,000 people or 1,800 people, where the fuck it was, over the entirety of Ohio. And it's like, that is basically 0.001%.
11.75 million as of 2021.
So the 1,000 people on this particular day, and even today, I think there's talking about 2,000, 2,800. That isn't even a number. 2,800 people, 2,800 people that have constricted COVID over the entirety of Ohio.
So, going off your numbers, sorry, go ahead.
It's still 0.00002%.
1,000 divided by 11.75 million is 0.000085.
Right. So 0.00002 is less. So learn to live with it. Unfortunately, I'm going to be that guy. You are going to have to learn to live with this like you live with influenza.
Or like you live with your wife.
Or you live with your wife. Or
kids,
hell, your
or
wife,
husband.
kids, and mother-in-law. I mean, which is just a horrible scenario in my opinion.
I like my mother-in-law.
Mine's okay.
I mean, I don't know if I'd want to live with her.
I don't want to live with her.
Living with anybody outside of your spouse and kids is rough. Living with them's rough sometimes.
I mean, living with them is...
But living with somebody else on top of that is...
I mean, there are days when I just want to put a pillow on their face. Edit.
That's my new normal.
Edit.
Every day.
Edit.
It's my
quote-unquote
new normal.
I'm kidding. I just get tired of hearing about like the 2,800 people today that were admitted. That is 0.0002% in Ohio. And most of them, by the way, it's not all 88 counties. I think that's how many counties are in Ohio.
Probably.
That is like 4. with
it's concentrated.
With one in one, like a county over here in BFE, Ohio, that no one gives a shit about and didn't even know it was a county.
Those people don't count.
Like Butler County or Harrison County. No one gives a shit about those two counties. Or Mahoning County. That's where Youngstown is. So with that,
we just lost our listeners in Butler and Mahoning County.
We still have listeners in Russia and Sweden, so it's fine. Actually, I think
you were right with 88 counties. Impressive.
Was I?
Yep.
Son of a bitch! Look at me. Sometimes retaining information. In
Every once in a while, you get one.
My non-existent brain.
You get a golden nugget right up in your grill.
God damn. Anyway, that's it. Like, just at this point,
hey, you know what? Just shut up and leave people alone.
For the most part, but a more elegant way would be learn to live with it. Because honestly, I don't want to hear about yeah, you got the shot, great. I don't care, but I don't want to hear about me not getting it.
I don't want to hear from other people's. I don't want to hear their opinions about what I'm doing. Honestly,
I don't
care.
I don't want to hear your opinion about me not doing something that you did. Do it. Great. Tout it on Facebook. Post your passport or whatever it is. Don't issue COVID passports because that shit won't work.
The Facebook profile frame said, "I got my shot."
There's one that's I didn't get.
Yeah. Mine. I've seen all kinds of variations from different friends.
For a day, I think there was at one point there was a "fuck you COVID" frame that you could have gotten for your Facebook page, and it quickly got taken down. So, fuck cancer's fine, but fuck COVID's not. Fuck you should be all right though.
Sure, why not? I don't care what it says. It's somebody can say whatever they want, and I can have an opinion, but if it's not hurting me or my family,
I could care less. So, anyway, that's it. That's the show. Ended on more of a serious topic. But
which we love to do.
I am so Debbie Downer now. I just need a beer.
Well, let's go get you a beer.
I'm Martelle and Randy.
Insta, Google, Tweetgram.
Peace out.